All right, welcome back for game number 2 here at the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic from the First United Bank Center. It's West Texas A&M, the Lady Buffs, taking on Central Missouri, the Jennies, as we have another great matchup. And you start talking about two teams that have a lot of tradition. That's exactly what we have here in this one. I'm Lucas Kinsey, joined by my broadcast partner, Kent Johnson. And as we said during the first one, we're just thrilled to be here. We're thrilled to be calling this tournament with so many great teams. And Kent, this one here, Central Missouri, a team that you and I know, a lot of people know, obviously, the D2 basketball world because of what they've been able to do under head coach Dave Slifer in his 17th season, over 700 career wins. And when you think about Central Missouri, you think about teams that are tough, that play good defense. We have seen them at the Elite Eight last season. This team made it to the Elite Eight again, was knocked out in the Final Four. And for West Texas A&M, kind of a new start here with head coach Josh Prock taking over for Kristen Matteo. All kinds of storylines, all kinds of fun, all kinds of great competition.
Well, you mentioned defense on the Central Missouri side, and it starts with Nigel Collier, the MIAA Defensive Player of the Year last season. Let's try that. It all starts with Nia Collier,
yes,
the
sir.
MIAA Defensive Player of the Year last year. The Jennies a year ago gave up fewer than 60 points a game. Now, they are not a scoring juggernaut like we see in some of these other teams, but if you can't hit 60, it's tough to win a basketball game. They're averaging 70 a year ago. We'll see what the most recent edition of the Jennies brings. For West Texas, it's excitement. It's new.
Sure.
We're going to see a new style of ball on the play. It's going to be more fluid. It's going to be more open. Coach Prock, schooled in basketball, a native of Clovis, but he attended the University of Oklahoma, got his start on the staff of Kelvin Sampson when he was the Sooners men's basketball coach. And you can't come by a more basketball-minded coach than Kelvin Sampson, who is still producing wins right now. Coach Prock has coached head coach at Howard Payne and most recently at Eastern New Mexico, where he had success. And that is a difficult place to win at. He was the LSC Coach of the Year in 2016. The Greyhounds won the LSC Championship in 2016 and made a regional appearance. He had success over there when the job at WT came open. He jumped at the opportunity, and he and his staff, KK Connor and Will Sherman, have been hard at it since they hit Canyon back in July. But, you prepare, and now it's game time. It's time to see what you've got. And it's hard to believe that his Lady Buff squad is the only team in this 8-team men's and women's field that did not play in the postseason last year.
Yeah, and that's what Lady Buff fans are accustomed to. And so I know Coach Prock, when he took the job, said that's what we want to do. We want to win championships. We want to get into the NCAA tournament. And so it starts in just a few minutes for West Texas A&M and the Lady Buffs. We're going to take a timeout. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip here between West Texas A&M and Central Missouri. You're watching the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
West Texas A&M University to the First United Bank Center.
I grabbed it.
This is
deep in the heart of Texas. The
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate. and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank. You first. Member FDIC.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Actually, this isn't
Now,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, let's meet
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center as West Texas A&M gets set to take on Central Missouri, opener for both schools. Let's look at the starting lineups first for the visitors. Central Missouri, the Jennies. They'll go with the starting lineup of number 1, Olivia Nelson, a 5'7" redshirt freshman guard out of Kansas City, Missouri. Number 5, Cade Hackerott, a 5'11" redshirt freshman from Goddard, Kansas. Number 21, Charlie Bovaird, a 5'11" redshirt freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska. Number 24, leading scorer, returning for the Jennies, and she's a great player, Nyjah Collier. Nyjah Collier, a 6-foot senior from Roseville, Michigan. And number 30, Brooke Littrell, 6'2" redshirt freshman from Green City, Missouri. So some younger players on this team. Dave Sliffer was talking about that and saying he's excited to see this young team, how they will come out against what he feels like is going to be a solid opponent in West Texas A&M. Let's look at the starters now. For the Lady Buffs, again, under the direction of head coach Josh Prock in his first season for WT. The starters for the Lady Buffs. Transfer player out of Moreno Valley, California, number 3, Haley Jansons. Number 11, Zamri Roberts, also known as Zam, 5'7" junior from Portales, New Mexico, transferring over from Eastern New Mexico. She'll be the point guard. Number 14, Taylor Williams, 5'7" senior from Memphis, Tennessee, transfers from Christian Brothers. Number 21, Olivia Lewis, a 6'2" senior from Las Lunas, New Mexico. She has been an all-LSC performer through her career, also a transfer from Eastern New Mexico University. There's a look at Olivia. And number 33, freshman, 6'2", out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Jayla Burgess. Again for West Texas A&M, the Lady Buffs,
your officials for this game.
as they open the season, the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic. They'll take on Central Missouri today. Tomorrow they'll play Drury, who won their first game right here at the First United Bank Center. They defeated Southwestern Oklahoma State 92-79.
Let's get everybody.
And then on Halloween, on Sunday, the Lady Buffs will take on Southwestern Oklahoma State. I'm Lucas Kinsey. Kent Johnson joining me. Jamie Abbott, your producer today, Thunder Vision crew. And again, this broadcast brought to you by Suddenlink. Great crowd on hand for this one. And we appreciate you tuning in here on the LSC Digital Network. Jason Smith will toss the ball in the air, and we're underway. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be, yeah, right? That's how it starts.
Hold that anticipation a little longer,
Yeah.
alternating possession. It'll be the Jennies basketball.
Central Missouri ball to start things off.
Man, and it's great to have fans back in the house.
It is.
Pep band is here.
There's a shot missed on the outside. The rebound, then a rejection from Olivia Lewis. Loose ball into the hands of Taylor Williams. And they push ahead. Zamri Roberts open. Took the 2, missed it. A loose ball tracked down by Central Missouri. The Jennies. Olivia Nelson. See some patient offense here. As you mentioned, KJ, they'll take high percentage shots. The Jennies are going to play tough defense. They're going to try to get on the boards hard.
The Lady Buffs are going to try and press the tempo.
We got a whistle travel called against Nelson, so to go back to West Texas A&M. Got several new players. Jansen's a transfer. Where's number 3? She's from Moreno Valley, California. kind of a 3-4 player, good rebounder. Of course, we know Olivia Lewis, Kent, from seeing so many battles with West Texas A&M and Eastern New Mexico. And the young lady with the ball bringing it up there is Zam Roberts.
And, you know, with Burgess and Lewis on the front line, you've got 2 6'2" players inside.
Yep, and they go to Burgess, and she turns, squares up, and hits a 2.
Jayla Burgess.
All kinds of talent.
It was fun watching her develop as the year progressed last year. Now she's in the starting lineup.
Yep. A little stronger this year, a little more athletic. Still has that smooth jump shot. That's a good contest at the rim from Lewis. Denies the shot. Lady Buffs defensively doing the job. 8:30 to play first quarter. The Jennies haven't scored. Lewis takes the layup on the feed from Haley Janssens. And it's a 4-0 West Texas A&M lead. Good start here for Buff Nation. Open 3. Littrell can't get that one to fall. Rebound tracked down by Taylor Williams. Janssens, the paint opens up. Ball, it's kind of pinballed in between 2 defenders and just lost control. It'll go back to Central Missouri.
Getting the first 2 buckets of the game has to help kind of calm the nerves for the Lady Buffs. They come out, I mean, it's like everybody else. They've played against themselves and some junior college scrimmages. How are you going to do when the curtain opens? Well, that's a nice answer right there by the Jennies. Charlie Bovaird with a 3.
Lady Buffs appreciate your support and your attendance here at the D2 CCA tip-off.
Nice crowd for a Friday afternoon.
It really is.
1:30.
4-3 lead here for West Texas A&M. Coach Slifer watching his Jennies defensively. Nearly forced a turnover. Ball was tipped. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Zam Roberts has to heave this one, and it drew iron. But that's not the shot that you always want your offense to be taking. Good defense by Central Missouri causing that. They're going to go to Nyjah Collier, one of their best players, and she turns and scores over Olivia Lewis.
Nice turnaround with the left hand. Jennies with their first lead of the game.
So here's Zam Roberts trying to go inside to her post player down there, Lewis. Ball moved around the perimeter here. Now Taylor Williams wants a ball screen. Lewis in traffic, tried the 2, won't go. And Central Missouri with back-to-back really good defensive possessions. These 2 teams not going to put up quite as many threes. There's a 2 inside from what we saw in the first game. That's good for Brooke Littrell. It was hard to keep up in that first one. Can't somebody shoot a 3, then they get the rebound, throw it down, one pass, and it was fired up. 92-79 was the score of the first one, as we saw Drury defeat Southwestern Oklahoma State. Olivia Lewis open. 2 is halfway down and pops out. So the Lady Buffs have gone cold. This is a 7-0 run by Central Missouri after WT took the lead out of the gate, 4-0. Collier wants the ball inside, working on Burgess. Bowls her way in the paint and draws a foul. So some experience right there on display by Nyjah Collier working against Jayla Burgess, younger player.
That'll be Jayla's first personal. First team foul of the game. Goes against the Lady Buffs as well. It's going to send Collier to the line shooting twice. Madison Cast in the lineup, seeing her first action of the game.
This Jennies team finished the season ranked number 4 in the country. They returned 3 starters. They lost 2. They finished their season last year in 2021, 23 wins, 5 losses.
You know, you think about this tournament from Coach Prock's perspective. You're hired to bring in and elevate the team a bit higher than where they were. Oh, and by the way, you're going to open the season against this tournament that's got a loaded field.
Yeah, I told him he's either nuts or he's just a competitive coach, right? Here's Roberts up top. She'll take a step back three, and Drano. So we've seen that a few times when she was wearing dark green. We'll take it in the white and maroon now. Here's a three-pointer on the other side. A quick answer from Charlie Beauvard.
That's her second.
So no time to celebrate. Got to get back defensively. 12-7 lead here for Central Missouri. Burgess tries the two. It's off the mark. And again, right now, Lady Buffs have not been able to get any offensive rebounds. On the other side, a layup is missed for Central Missouri. Taylor Williams, a transition three off the mark. Long rebound, they just let go out of bounds. And we have the media timeout, 4:27 to play. And Central Missouri with the early lead, 12-7 over West Texas A&M. You're watching the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink. We're back after these messages.
If you want to get into Bus Athletic events for free, become a Texas Smart Hero member today. Texas Smart Hero members.
Joints begin to fail. It's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. 4:27 to play in the first half. Central Missouri's Jennies up 12-7 on the Lady Buffs. The Jennies 50% from the field, 4 of 8, 50% from the arc, 2 of 4. They're 2 of 2 from the line. Lady Buffs 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from outside.
And a steal there for Burgess. Look at her push the ball. Pull up two, missed it. Good rebound though by Madison Cast. Comes in off the bench along with number 23, Matzenbacher, Carly. A transfer from Minnesota State Moorhead. There's a shot taken and missed by Cast. So Lady Buffs have gone cold, KJ. They're just 3 of 10 from the field. Good pass inside, and Nyjah Collier, the All-American from last season, scores again.
Okay, we talked about Collier's defensive abilities, and here she is with 6 points in the first 7 minutes of the game.
Yeah, she can get it done both sides of the floor. And that won't work. That's miscommunication there as Matzenbacher was cutting into the paint. Ball was thrown from Burgess out of bounds. Yeah, you look at Collier. She's ranked 5th in program history in career blocks defensively with 98. Then also Olivia Nelson, who's a second-team All-MIAA performer for Central Missouri. She is 7 assists shy of 100 in her career. Open shot, put up and missed. Top of the key from Littrell. And the Lady Buffs need a bucket here, and they'll get it.
Go.
Carly Matzenbacher.
Transfer from MSU Moorhead.
Yeah, Matzenbacher.
Gets the bucket.
That's a good linebacker name, right? Like a Midwestern, like a guy from Wisconsin, a linebacker.
She's no linebacker.
Okay. Maybe a defensive back.
But I agree.
Yeah, that's right. 2:48 to play first quarter. Lady Buffs trail by 5. Good ball movement here. They're trying to go inside to Lewis. Instead, it'll be Zam Roberts that's open in the corner. That set shot right there puts it straight up and in.
A point guard that can shoot is money in the bank. And you think of the quickness the Lady Buffs have out front now with Taylor Williams and Zam Roberts. And it's just a shame, we'll talk about it later, that Sienna Lenz isn't available out there as well.
That's right. A tough 2 there as you see Littrell. She's got 4 points. Good balance from Central Missouri. Littrell with 4, Collier with 6, and Beauvard with 6. Lewis backs down the defense, goes up, hit on the arm, she'll shoot 2 free throws. And Lewis, obviously 6'2", but one thing that you don't realize until you see Olivia up close, her wingspan is huge.
And interesting story, she wasn't going to play this year. She has had multiple lower leg injuries. It's painful for her to run. She had graduated from Eastern and had been accepted into the Washington State University School of Veterinary Medicine.
Oh, wow.
She was going to go start on vet. And then Josh Prock comes to Canyon. And she contacts him and says, you know, I always thought it would be fun to be a Lady Buff. Do you have a spot? And he says, absolutely. She has had minor surgeries on her lower legs even this summer to get her ready to play. You talk about a person that's pumped to have the opportunity to play basketball, it's Liv Lewis.
The crowd kind of gasped, ooh, as the shot was blocked out of bounds. Will stay with Central Missouri.
Lewis with the block. Coach Prock was telling me many times in the preseason that Olivia is the best rebounder at either end of the floor he's ever coached.
Wow. That's going to be an and one there. They're going to count that bucket as off the inbound. Olivia Nelson slipped into the paint and scores the 2, draws the foul, and she goes to the free throw line. Again, Nelson, a great player, returning from last season, a redshirt freshman from Kansas City, Missouri. And she makes her free throw.
Fouls on Haley Janssens. The California native picks up her first. Team foul number 2 against the Lady Buffs.
Jillian Sowell into the game as well. She'll fire up a 3. And it's no good. And we're going to get Janssens with a push from behind on the battle for the rebound. Again, not something that the average fan probably watches, but every time a shot goes up for WT, look at the box outs for Central Missouri. Nobody's getting around and getting offensive rebounds right now.
And I'm impressed offensively. It doesn't matter height, lack of, everybody can shoot.
Yep. And this team is strong. That's one thing I remember from watching Central Missouri and South Dakota when we went there for the Elite Eight is the Jennies look like they have a good strength program in terms of being able to play tough. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Nelson has to heave this one up, nearly made it. And a good rebound soaring into the air was Burgess. Lewis tried to come in and catch that ball, and Coach Prock a little frustrated right now with the turnovers.
Yeah, I think Jayla kind of forced that pass. She knew ahead of time what she wanted to do and didn't really read the situation.
Jennies can't convert inside. A shot missed by Hackerott, and Lewis collects the rebound. Jayla Burgess tries a nice move but can't finish. And all of a sudden there's a lid on the basket for both teams.
Lady Buffs just 3 of their last 14 from the floor. Inside of 30 to play here in the first.
And the Jennies with the ball, they're going to slow things down and wait till head coach Dave Slifer calls in the set. Nelson, quickness, but misses everything. Good strong rebound inside and a bucket and a foul. Just told you about that strength. There's Cade Hackerott using muscle in the paint. The redshirt freshman from Goddard, Kansas, takes Olivia Lewis with her and finishes. Can't connect on the free throw try, but the loose ball collected by West Texas A&M. 2 seconds. Sal, that'd be big if it goes in, and it does. WT needed that one. Jillian Sal able to cut this lead to 6. 21-15 to score after the first quarter of play. When we come back, we'll have second quarter play for you here. It's the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic, West Texas A&M and Central Missouri. We're back after this.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks! Well, the first quarter's in the books. Central Missouri holds a 6-point lead, 21-15. The Jennies, 8 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 5 from outside, 3 of 4 from the line. Lady Buffs, with a little flurry at the end with 3 buckets, 40% from the field, 6 of 15. They're 2 of 5 from outside the arc, 1 of 2 from the line. Jennies out-rebounding the Lady Buffs just by a 10-9 margin.
All right, WT first crack at a bucket here to start quarter number 2, and kick ball. It will stay with West Texas A&M. Anything stick out there on the box score, Ken?
Well, I picked it up, and the first thing I looked at was points in the paint. Central Missouri 8-0 over the Lady Buffs, so they're stronger inside. But Lady Buffs have 5 fast break points, and the Jennies haven't converted a fast break yet. It's actually a very close game. 6 points looks large, but on paper it's tight.
Good pump fake, but then a miss underneath by Matzenbacher. Central Missouri, good court vision there. Nelson threads the needle with a good pass inside to Hackerott, but she was fouled, missed the bunny, and she'll go to the free throw line for a couple.
Carly Matzenbacher picks up her first personal of the game. It's the Lady Buffs' first of the quarter. Sends Hackerott to the line. She'll shoot twice. Last year she was a 56%er from the line. Starts off making her first attempt of the 21-22 season. Man, we're looking at 2022. It seemed like we were just getting ready for the new millennium.
Well, I'm just, as you said earlier in that first game, I think, Ken, I'm glad to be in an arena that's got a lot of fans here watching basketball and just having fun here on the Halloween weekend. 22-15, Central Missouri with the lead. Lewis is held as she was being fronted in the post defensively on the smaller player. I think they picked up McKenna Van Zandt. So 2 fouls there against Van Zandt. This pace, a lot different, obviously, than what we had in the first one, but still 2 solid basketball teams and different styles. Ball goes up top to Zam Roberts. She's been the offense for West Texas A&M in this first half so far. She misses on the 3 try, though. And in transition.
A nice block by Olivia.
It was. Looked like there was going to be an easy layup for Hackerott, and Lewis hustled and blocked the shot away. Physical inside there. And that's a matchup Burgess might have to use her speed against Hackerott, who's stronger there in the paint. Ball floated up, forced into Lewis, knocked away. And a good hustle play by Jayla Burgess to get the steal.
Jayla reads the pass, gets in the passing lane, and makes the steal.
Good hustle by both teams. The offense a little sloppy here in this second quarter. Roberts will go around her defender, scoop the shot, and make it.
7 points for Zam.
The junior from Portales. Enjoyed getting a chance to visit with her at LSC Online Media Day. And very mature young lady.
Great kid. I say kid, young lady.
Yeah, and you know, that was the one thing that I had asked Coach Prock, as you see here, a layup from Olivia Nelson, is you wondered after a long layoff, it's been a while for both her and Olivia.
Yeah, the Eastern teams did not play last year at all.
They did not. Would there still be that hunger, that motivation for Zam Roberts? And he said, absolutely. She wants to win just as bad as anyone. Three-pointer for Burgess is off the mark. Right now, offense for WT, it seems like Central Missouri is making it very difficult for open shots. half-court game here, again with now the shot clock down to 10 seconds, and Nelson, who runs the show for the Jennies, backs up, gets a ball screen, into the paint, step through. Burgess uses the length to block that shot with 3 seconds to shoot it. That's one that Nelson thought she had gotten enough space there to get it off.
And that's the third blocked shot of the game for the Lady Buffs. Just 3 seconds on the shot clock as the Jennies inbound.
Let's see if they go to Collier. Nope. Turnaround in the paint rattles
that
in
was nice.
Good for Littrell. And I would say, Kent, this is a compliment, but efficient. That's a word I would use to describe Central Missouri right now. They get the job done. 26-17 lead here. And the Lady Buffs have got to start scoring. They want to stay in this one. Here's Lauren Taylor off the bench, returning player from last season. 7 seconds to shoot it. Taylor, she'll take a 3 from the right wing. On the mark, but too strong.
Again, this is a team that was 23-5 last year and a Final Four participant.
Yep.
They are solid.
Right now holding WT to under 30% shooting from the field. Good ball movement here. Open cutter. Gets a look at the rim, but there's Burgess again.
And she comes away with the basketball.
She got the fly swatter out today. In transition, Zam Roberts sets her feet, tries a 3. It's in and out. You can sense this Lady Buff crowd as that ball's in the air. Go in, go in.
They're ready.
So the lead stays at 9, and the Jennies work it into the front court. Nyjah Collier, returning All-American. Going to call a bump. Foul goes against Lauren Taylor as she was trying to stay with Brooke Littrell. Reminder that we'll have 2 more games for you following this one. Be men's action after this. We'll have West Texas A&M against Minnesota State Moorhead, and then at 6:30 tonight, Damon will take on Colorado Mesa. A whistle and a foul called against Madison Cass for West Texas A&M.
It's the 3rd team foul against WT.
And so you talk about every season being new and players come and go. But for West Texas A&M, Kent, I think one thing we're going to see, free throw made there by Collier, we're going to see this weekend is these are a lot of players that have never played together.
Yeah, for both the Lady Buffs and the Buffs. And it's one thing to do it in passing or in practice against a skeleton defense or a practice defense. It's another thing when you're playing another team.
Sure, and a team.
It'll come together.
Yeah, and a team on top of that was in the Final Four last season. Ball, they try to throw it inside. It's tipped away. It'll stay with WT. Lady Buffs are on a scoring drought that is nearing 3 minutes. And fortunate that the Jennies have only gone on a 6-0 run. Machenbacher, she's back in the game, picks up her dribble, in trouble. Gets it to Taylor Williams. Six seconds to shoot it. Zam will put it on the floor and get a 2 to drop.
Wow.
It seems right now the only offense in the paint that they're getting is when number 11 takes it to the hoop.
And Lady Buffs with another opportunity. You think back a couple years when the Lady Buffs would go to Portales or play Eastern over here, and one of the objectives, you have to stop the point guard if you want to have a chance to win the game. Zamry is that good.
Yep, that point guard being the player right now dribbling the basketball, calling out a set. Being guarded by Collier.
Nice pass.
Oh, man. Some hot sauce on that sweet assist right there. And the Lady Buffs have cut the lead to 7. Jennies get a layup try, miss it, and then on the offensive rebound, a foul's going to go against WT.
I think they got Taylor Williams over the back. They did. We've got a full timeout on the floor, Lucas. Central Missouri leads West Texas A&M 28-21, 4:29 to play in the first. You're watching the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy. Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Lady Buffs trailing the Jennies by 7, and with 4.5 to play in the first, your early observations of what we've seen.
I think the Lady Buffs, Kent, are playing hard. They're playing good defense. Again, as we talk about Central Missouri, they're very effective in what they do. They have a game plan, and they are following that with head coach Dave Slifer. High percentage shots, get to the free throw line, which we're seeing right now as the first one is missed by Allie Vigil, But back to WT, I think right now, and maybe Coach Brock is talking about this in the timeout, let loose, attack. You know, they need more than just the point guard, Zam Roberts, trying to make things happen. She's going to get a rest here, and we'll see what they do offensively. Williams puts up a 3, missed everything, but a good rebound by Matschenbacher. And then she's able to get a 2. And she has an interesting form on her shot there. It's kind of a push shot.
You look like you ought to be able to block it, but obviously she was in the paint. Nobody could. There's a steal by the Lady Buffs if Taylor can come up with it.
Yep.
Falls on the line. You mentioned effectiveness and efficiency for Central Missouri. They've been to the line 10 times already. Lady Buffs just twice.
Right.
That's the difference in the ball game.
Central Missouri shooting 42%. Neither team shooting the lights out from the three-point line. 2 for 6 for Central Missouri, 2 of 9 for the Lady Buffs.
Both teams have hit 10 field goals and 2 three-pointers, so it comes down to the free throw line.
Here's Collier, faces up against Lewis. Good moves inside. That ball somehow doesn't go down, though, and Lewis grabs the board.
It's Olivia's 3rd rebound.
So Matschenbacher will run the point position with Zam Roberts getting a breather. And you see how they're guarding Olivia Lewis. They have 2 defenders sandwiched on her as they kind of run a zone matchup here. A shot in the corner, off the mark, and it goes off of Lewis's head into the hands of Olivia Nelson. Uh-oh, nobody picks up in transition. Cade Hackerott. Lady Buffs are fortunate that 3 didn't drop.
And that's one of the few times when a shot went up, Central Missouri turned and went up court instead of crashing the boards.
Both teams, as we near halftime, probably getting a little tired. Williams in the corner puts up a 3 off the mark. Some cold shooting from outside, really, for both teams. And that's probably to be expected. You know, you get into these games, you've been battling against your team for weeks. Shot missed by Collier. You expect the defense to probably be a little ahead of the offense. Drury heated up, though, in its ball game. There's a turnover and then a foul. They're going to get Lewis with a reach-in foul.
That'll be her 2nd. Team's 5th.
Olivia Lewis gets the personal foul.
So Lewis will have to come to the bench. Madison Cass will check in. Zam Roberts right back in. We'll see who's going to come out. Lauren Taylor will. And now you got to be careful if you're WT because there's still 2:25 left before halftime, and every time you foul, the Jennies go to the free throw line again. Just a 5-point game, though, 28-23. Lucas Kinsey alongside Kent Johnson. We're glad to have you with us here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network from wherever you're watching. Obviously some viewers, hopefully, today from the state of Missouri, as we had Drury in the first game. Some visitors from the Sooner, viewers from the Sooner State as well.
and quite a few fans wearing red and black sitting behind that Central Missouri bench.
You're exactly right.
I tell you what, man, late October basketball, we're not accustomed to it. This is fun.
It is. Ball goes inside to Collier. Flips it to her teammate. Good cut, but the shot too strong for Hackerott. Another rebound for the Jennies, and then a foul goes against WT. And Coach Prock is not arguing with the official right now. The fans are upset because he's looking at his team saying, we've got a rebound.
Yeah.
There's a look at Coach Prock.
Madison Cass guilty of that foul. That'll be her second. Or did they get someone else
That
there?
one when it gets cast.
Okay, yeah, that'll be her second.
Okay. Collier makes that free throw. Jennies are 0 for their last 9 from the field.
Got to take advantage.
I know, that's the thing. WT just trails by 6. They just can't get offensive production right now.
But then again, you go down to the offensive end for WT, and that team in black is making it very, very difficult.
They are. Burgess back on the floor for West Texas A&M.
Nice feed.
Cast, probably should have put that one up. She'll pass it off to Matschenbacher, though, and Carly will hit the 2. And we have a whistle. And one of the players comes up hobbling there, hopefully.
Is that Littrell?
It's Littrell, Brooke Littrell. And so that's why the officials stopped and signaled over to the bench, said, hey, probably need to check on number 30.
I don't know if we introduced our officials yet for this game?
No, not yet. I said Jason Smith threw the ball up, got real excited, and got tipped out of bounds.
Well, he's joined by Charles Carroll and Chet Martin, a veteran
go.
crew, and always good to see our officials prior to each game and have a little visit conversation with them.
These guys are excited to get back out here as well.
They are too. They know they're watching some fine teams this weekend.
Quick release on the 3s,
Bang.
and it's good for Hackerott. She's quite a player. Again, young kid, just a redshirt freshman. And she's got 7 points now. The lead extended up to 8. Cast will go to work against Collier and has the ball rejected. That was great defense by Nija Collier. Jennies will run, and it's stolen. Good hands from Zam Roberts to steal that ball away. Dribbles through traffic, finds Matschenbacher. Open, 3, got it.
That's a 2.
Oh, she got it as a 2?
Women are playing off the same line as the men this year, and she was just inside that outer line. But nice play by the Lady Buffs. Good ball movement. The feed from Zamry, and Matschenbacher finishes.
Hey, she faked out Brad Stark and I. Couldn't fake out Kent Johnson.
Well,
good eyes on that
I
line.
saw Chet Martin, and he was signaling 2 all the way.
6-point lead here. Lady Buffs get a stop defensively. Can they cut it to 4? Zam cut off, and so they'll be patient here. Jennies thought Madison Cass traveled. They play on. Matschenbacher to Cast, and a blocking foul is called. That was dangerous there. That was close. That nearly looked like a charge or a travel.
Yeah, I was expecting the charge, and then I was expecting the travel. I'll settle for the block.
That's what head coach Dave.
But this will be a non-shooting foul.
Yeah. It should be Lady Buffs ball.
Lady Buffs basketball with 21.5 on the clock, and I believe they'll get a 20-second shot clock.
Here's a look at Dave Slifer in his 17th season. Again, over 700 wins in his career. I think right now he's talking to the official and he's saying, did you not see the Flintstone feet down there? That was a travel, sir.
Foul was on Olivia Nelson, her first. Just the second Central Missouri team foul. And Slifer wants to go to the referees to go to the monitor.
Okay.
And maybe they thought Madison was shooting the ball. I don't know. And Dave's saying the ball is on the floor because he's pointing to the ground.
But it should not be a shooting foul.
Well, yeah, and we're up here, and they're the home team. But I tend to agree with you, Lucas.
Score 33-27, Central Missouri with the 6-point lead. Kent, at halftime, you'll get a chance to visit with associate head coach of the West Texas A&M Buffaloes. One of our favorite interviews, right?
Yeah.
Chris Gove.
Always entertaining. You never know what the conversation's going to turn to, but the man knows his basketball.
You know, and again, going back to Halloween, You need to ask him about the sleepwalking, because we found that out from Tom Brown Thursday, as he said Chris Gove is known to have some strange dreams and get up and be very animated. He said sometimes you got to watch out with Coach Gove. He said he can come up swinging in the middle of the night.
We will probably put that topic in the memory bank, and we'll pull it out at another time when things are slow. But we've got enough to talk about today. He is a huge baseball fan. His dad played in the Pirates minor leagues.
Okay.
In the past, we've discussed baseball. It's World Series time, so we'll probably bring up a little
here's a look at this
diamond, but here's the play. Madison takes the lob. She wasn't shooting.
No, definitely wasn't shooting. And that was a bang-bang play.
So now, can they reverse it and call a charge? That I don't know. Our officials obviously are discussing it.
And you'll have to see if Central Missouri, if the defender was set in time, because, again, she came over at about the same time that Cast made that contact.
4 games today. This is our second of the afternoon. We've got 4 more games tomorrow and 4 games on Sunday. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see which coach comes away happy and which one feels like he's been worked over.
This is where that degree in body language reading comes in handy, right, Kent?
Jason Smith is explaining to the Lady Buffs what's going on. Madison Cast, the player involved, looks on intently.
I think this may be in favor of Central Missouri.
I'm looking over there, and I can't tell what they've called.
Well, because Josh Brock turned and
they've overturned the call altogether, haven't they?
They did.
They're going to call either a charge or a walk.
And is that a wily veteran move there from Dave Slifer to call and say, "Hey guys, I want you to look at that again."
Yeah.
The question is, did they give a foul?
But we don't know what they've done.
We'll wait and see if they put that on the box score. We know it's Central Missouri basketball. Lady Buffs get set up defensively, and it looks like the Jennies are content to get the last shot.
Play the last one.
Here's Olivia Nelson.
Lady Buffs could have potentially cut it to 4 or 3. I guess they still can.
Zam with the steal. Zam tries to go coast to coast. I didn't hear the whistle, and so I was waiting, but they did call a foul.
Yep, she'll go to the line, shooting twice.
What a defensive play there, too, for Zam Roberts. And it went.
That's an AOMS trip to the line. Lady Buffs, Zam Roberts.
You got a player hobbled again here, Kent. It's Madison Cook this time. She's going to come over and be checked on by the training staff. The foul went against Hackerott.
On the positive side, earlier it was Brooke Littrell that was hobbling off, and she's back on now.
Yeah. Zam Roberts makes the free throw. She has 10 points. Tied with Carly Matzenbacher, who has 10. Now Zam with 11.
Hey, it's a 4-point ball game, and that's the half.
Nice. Good finish there for West Texas A&M. 2 strong defensive teams. And so we have a halftime score of Central Missouri 33, West Texas A&M 29. We'll step aside, take a timeout. When we come back, we'll start the halftime show for you, give you some statistics. And Kent will visit with men's associate head coach for West Texas A&M, Chris Gove. You're watching the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Great team.
How do you make something that's already fresh even fresher? By adding fresh new things, like crisp pico de gallo for a little kick, and creamy cilantro lime sauce for that extra whoa. And pepper jack cheese because, of course, all on top of 2 fresh beef patties, or with chicken on a brioche bun. Whataburger's limited time pico de gallo burger and new pico de gallo chicken sandwiches. Good thing for fresh things. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center, where we are at the half with Central Missouri holding a 4-point lead, 33-29 over West Texas A&M. Following this contest, our next contest will be the 21-22 debut of the Buffaloes under Tom Brown and associate head coach Chris Gove and Quincy Henderson. And much like this Lady Buff team, there's a lot of getting to know you with the Buffaloes this year. Several returning players, a lot of your scoring lost, but a lot of kids coming in, transfers, freshmen that you've got some confidence in.
Yeah, I really like this team. It's a fun group to be with. The crazy thing is we're playing 3 teams who have everybody back and they're playing together, and we put our practice plan, and this was 3 days ago, and Tom's like, this is number 8, and we're getting ready to play 2 games. Now, saying that, I like our team. I think we have a lot of talent. I think we'll be ready to go.
You mentioned that the Buffs, and we're not going to belabor this, but it's the reality. Lost 69% of their scoring. They lost close to 70% of their rebounding. But they return a guy that hit a buzzer beater in the Final Four to elevate the Buffs, and he has really matured. I'm talking about Zach Toussaint, to where he's one of the team leaders this year.
Yeah, we have the returning guys really had great summers. Kevon Booker looks really good. He's expanded his game. Cameron Bell has done just great. And with the COVID year and last year not counting, you look at our leadership that we have, and they're all in their 3rd year, but they're all sophomores.
Yep.
Hayden Blankley had a great summer. I mean, Cameron Bell, we're counting on a ton, and I'm getting after him, and all of a sudden I look, and I'm going, this kid's still a freshman. He redshirted, then he played last year and played huge for us, and we're expecting a lot out. He's still a freshman. He's in our 3rd year. He's one of the leaders of our team. But the new guys all have a lot of talent. We have a lot more size. It's going to be how do we piece them together and what do we do with them, but they've had great attitudes, and they're all pretty darn skilled, so it should be fun.
And you mentioned the opposition in this field. Other than the Buffs, they're all returning 10 or 15 letter winners and at least 4 starters, if not 5. You're playing a Mesa team today that's returning 4 starters, but they lost a huge bullet out of their chamber with Ethan Menzie going down.
Yeah, when he got hurt, and it's a shame that because this tournament this is 4 just great teams here. I wouldn't be shocked if all 4 won their conferences as the year goes on, but it's a shame that he's not able to play because it would have been fun for the fans here and for everybody because he's as good a big guy as there is in the country in Division II, and it's needless to say, him not being there, they still have a ton of talent on that team with a lot of size and skill, so it's not like taking him out of the game is going to be that big a deal for us.
Although he was their leading scorer and rebounder, he aside, what style of play does Mike DeGeorge have with his team?
Everybody can handle the ball. There's a lot of ball screens. There's a lot of flips, but they all can handle the ball, and they all try to penetrate and kick out of it. And that's they can move. They're about 10 deep. If you look at their scoring, the big guy who's hurt, he was at 17, but then their point guard's a very good player. He's physical. He's about 6'4", and we got to keep him out of the paint. But they have so many guys, and then they've added some good players who all score between 11 and 8 points a game. It's not like you can say, hey, let's shut this down, because everybody on their team can score. And there's a reason they were 22-2 last year.
And for the Buffaloes, got to figure the same free-form style up and down. But with the addition of Dalen Williams, you've got a true big.
Yeah. We'll still list him as a guard.
Yeah, I know that. We're going to have a 6'9" guard.
Dalen is very good on defense. He's going to help us, the local kid. He's a fun guy to have around. He looks exactly like John Smith, who played for us in the 2000. Yep. So I look at him and I want to call him Smitty all the time and tell him stories I shouldn't be. But he's a great kid. He's going to be helping us a ton. We have so many new guys. Jesse Oweezy's got so much skill. Addison Wallace, Larry Wise, all these guys. We have a lot of 6'5"-ish players who can really go for us, and they're excited to find their way, and I think we're ready to go.
One more newcomer I'd like you to touch on, only because you overlooked him there, but also where he came from, Julius Brown, coming in from that Lincoln Memorial program.
Yeah, Julius is, first off, he's just a phenomenal kid, and we really need him to handle the ball a ton for us, but he can move. He's one of the few people last year who could actually cover Quay and JoJo. Yep. So
that tells you something.
Yeah, it does. He's a great guy. I think we're going to look for him with a lot of leadership, and he'll probably be on the court quite a bit, and he'll have the ball in his hands a lot for us, and he'll be facilitating for Zach, for Kevon Hayden, all those guys.
I visited with him preseason. He was completely aware of what West Texas basketball was, and that played in a large part of his decision not to follow Josh Schertz to Indiana State, where Josh took a lot of his kids.
Right. I think you watch us play the last few years, especially if you're a guard, you're saying that'd be a lot of fun to play like that. And we played him the last 2 years, and now he's going to fit right into that mold. So,
okay, last question. You're a baseball guy.
Yes.
World Series is going on right now. Atlanta got that first game, and then the Astros haul out the boomsticks. How do you feel as they go to Georgia tonight?
As much as I hate what Houston did and how they cheated when they put Dusty Baker in charge. We have a history with Dusty. I've met him back from when I was 24 years old. Let's just say I want Houston to win more than ever because I think so highly of that guy, even with the BS that they pulled a few years ago. I want Dusty to get a world title. I don't know if they're going to get it. I don't know if they have the pitching, but that's who I want to win.
It should be a good series. It has been thus far. Both teams managed by baseball guys.
The Brewers were out, I had a week of sullenness there.
I thought of you back
during.
I thought of you back during the division series when you had the Braves and the Brewers playing, and you had really two teams that were the same franchise back in the day.
That's right, and that's why my dad still hates the Braves, is because when they left Milwaukee, he's hated them ever since. So he doesn't like the Braves at all. So.
And a little inside note there: his father was in the Pirates organization. Minnesota Twins, my bad. Yep. And this guy here is what got his dad out of baseball.
Yeah, that's true. Let's keep that story.
Hey, we've got the Buffs and the Mavericks coming up at the conclusion of this game. We are at the half. Lady Buffs trail the Jennies 33-29. Let's take a timeout. You're watching Lady Buff Basketball and the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic, sponsored by Sudden Link.
We can do a little dance move here. TikTok.
Why did I think it was the Pirates? I have always thought that.
No, that's how we grew up in Hamilton.
That's why you were in.
When he would tremble, they really like
gotcha.
Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie lies
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center as we're at halftime, and the score you see there, Central Missouri leading West Texas A&M 33-29. The Jennies using some tough defense and getting the free throw line. Let's look at first half statistics for both clubs. Field goal percentage, 35% for Central Missouri, 39% for West Texas A&M. Free throws a big difference, 8 of 12 for the Jennies, and the Lady Buffs just 3 out of 4. Rebounds very even. Neither team shooting the ball particularly well from the three-point line, 3 of 8 for the Jennies and 2 for 11 for the Lady Buffs. So as you get ready, look at turnovers, really neither team not being too sloppy, 6 turnovers to 5. But as you start the second half, you see what adjustments have been made offensively. And that will be the story. Will we see these offenses start to heat up a little bit? Because in the first half, it just seemed like the first game, which it obviously is for both these clubs. Open shots, some layups that were left out there, and again, just the start for two teams that traditionally have so much success, both Central Missouri and West Texas A&M, two teams that oftentimes end up, when postseason play comes, you see these two teams making deep runs. Central Missouri has won 12 MIAA regular season championships, 8 MIAA tournament championships. They have 2 NCAA national championships, first one in 1984 and then the second one, the most recent one, in 2018. So some tradition for the Jennies, obviously tradition here for the hometown Lady Buffs. And we start second half play with the Jennies getting the first shot, a miss from Collier and a rebound, offensive board for Littrell. Leads to an open 3 and a miss from Charlie Bovaird. And a turnover. Lady Buffs turned it right back over to the Jennies. Olivia Nelson comes out of the pack with the basketball. Quick point guard. And we're going to have a travel before contact.
Lady Buff basketball.
Cade Hackerott took it strong to the 10, but while she was driving, shuffled her feet, much to the dismay of Dave Slifer, and the ball goes right back to West Texas A&M. Very patient here, Taylor Williams. Now Roberts dribbling between the legs, 6 seconds to shoot it. And she has to take a tough shot, and it's blocked away. Good defense by Littrell. Quickly to the point guard Nelson, and good defense leads to an easy bucket.
Bad sequence there for the Lady Buffs, but if you're the Jennies, that's what you want to do. Force mistakes and then convert on the offensive end.
So 4-point lead quickly goes to 6. Lewis, good catch inside, but too strong on her left-handed attempt. And WT got to convert when you get those.
Yep, there's Nelson again.
Impressed with Olivia Nelson. Again, just a redshirt freshman, and she has some handles. She is quick, can get into the paint in a hurry. And she's given her team 4 points and an 8-point lead early in this third quarter. Jansen's, nice pass.
There you go.
She found Zam Roberts wide open underneath in the paint. You're talking about those points in the paint. Didn't get those in the first half. You get your point guard down there, right?
Let's get our 5'7" guard under there.
If it goes in, it goes in, right? 6-point lead.
I mean, Zam's one of those players that you can say has great court awareness.
Sure. There's a turnover, and Olivia Lewis brings the ball up. Lady Buffs playing 5-on-4 right now. If they could take advantage. Jansen's open at the free throw line. Can't see that shot drop.
Good shot. Just didn't fall.
ISO down low in the post. They double team, so an open three now for Central Missouri. Too strong. And a foul is going to be called against Central Missouri. Great hustle, but Hackerott kind of crashed into Jansen's and drew a foul was called there.
That's her first personal. That'll be the Jennies' first. Late in the first half, we had the overturned call involving Madison Cast. They called a player control charge against her. So she picked up the foul on that, which I believe gives her 3.
She does. Yeah, she has 3 fouls. So I have to watch for that. So it went from a charge and potential a blocking foul and free throws to the other way. And there's a three-pointer for Zam Roberts. Right now, 16 points on 6 of 11 shooting. Yeah. Kind of carrying West Texas A&M offensively.
Half the Lady Buffs offense.
And head coach Josh Brock is thinking, that's great, Zam. Now somebody else join her, right?
Yep.
Timeout on the floor. 6:50 to play, third quarter action. We'll step aside, come right back here to the First United Bank Center. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink, and we're back after this.
Joints begin to fail. It's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
6:50 to play here in the third. Central Missouri leading the hometown Lady Buffs by 4, 37-33. That was our halftime margin as well. Jennies to inbounds underneath their bucket.
They double team Collier, so she kicks it out quickly to Nelson. who has gone off 7 points already.
She has scored all 7 of the Jennies' points in the second half. We talked about Zam Roberts carrying the Lady Buffs. Olivia Nelson says, hop on, girls, you're coming with me.
Zam penetrates. Is that a pass or a shot? Should be. I think it's a pass.
Calling it a pass. Chet Martin with the call.
But again, good penetration.
Did they get
the
Nyjah Collier?
That whistle for the personal foul on Nyjah Collier.
Yep.
The first.
That's her second. Team second. Zam to inbound.
Lewis will come set a ball screen here for Roberts. Now they got a mismatch inside. Can they get it to Olivia?
But now she's double teamed.
And Matzenbacher was putting up a 3, but as she was releasing it, officials call 3-second violation. Much to see Coach Prock shaking the head over there. I think he likes the effort right now. I think the offensive execution as a whole is what Josh Prock is going to be a little frustrated about at this point.
And there's 3 seconds at the other end.
I've never seen so many 3-second violations. Is that a point of emphasis
it must
this year?
Be.
There's always something every year, right?
We expect the teams to be a little anxious or rusty. The officials can do that too.
Yeah. So the Lady Buffs have a chance to trim this 7-point lead down. Jansen's posting up. Will turn, little baby hook. Got
she
it.
Almost lost control of the ball, recovered, went the other way, and put it in with the hook.
Smooth touch there.
Her first bucket of the day. 5-point game. Wow.
And Central Missouri just seems to always have an answer. There's a 3-pointer dropped in by Bovaird.
Man, she's got 3 of them.
She's one of 2 players on this roster from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Averaged 6 points last year. She's past that tonight.
They go to Jansen's again. She'll dish it off to Matzenbacher, who leaves it short, but they get the O board. Good strength from Lewis. She'll pass it outside to Matzenbacher. Another miss. And a strong rebound by Nyjah Collier.
They got Haley Jansen's.
And so we have a whistle. Timeout on the floor. That's immediate timeout. 4:54 to play in the third quarter. 2 teams going back and forth, and Central Missouri leads West Texas A&M 43-35. We're back after this.
Let's see it.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Buffs!
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Just under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Lady Buffs trailing by 8, 43-35. Jenny shooting 39% from the floor. The Lady Buffs 38, but 3-pointers. The Jennies have knocked down 5 of 12 to just 2 of 12 from the Lady Buffs. 8 of 12 from the line for Central Missouri. WT 3 of 4.
Collier trying to do it by herself, and she does. Wow. I mean, 1-on-3. A lot of times coaches pass that ball, but Collier, she knew exactly what she was doing.
Central Missouri has 0 points off the bench, but it hasn't mattered.
No. 12 points for Collier, 12 points for Olivia Nelson. And the Lady Buffs now trail by 10, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ball loose. Taylor picks it up and is fouled. They're going to get number 5, Cade Hackerott, with the foul.
That's her second.
And now Lauren Taylor goes to the free throw line. Lauren scores her first point. Hackerott, that's her third. She's been good today for Central Missouri. Both free throws good for Lauren Taylor. Ball goes back inside to Collier and kind of fades from Taylor, but draws enough contact to go back to the free throw line.
That whistle on Lauren Taylor, her second.
This is almost like an NBA style situation, Kent. You got Collier and they're clearing it out and going one-on-one and saying, "What? If you're not going to double us, we're going to continue to go to number 24 and All-American."
And with the half-court pace of this game, you get situational substitutions on every possession.
Collier makes that free throw. Senior out of Roseville, Michigan. Guys, it's Halloween, not Christmas. Does not affect the second free throw. Both of them good for Collier. 47-37. Central Missouri. Here in the opener for both these teams. Look at Dave Schleifer. He's 12-5 in season openers. The shot off the mark and out of bounds. And WT now can't. We saw this in the first half in a few spurts. The offense
disappeared.
They're just struggling to find who can make.
Finding their identity is what they're doing.
Central Missouri, they know what they want to do. They want to have the ball in number 1's hands or number 24, and that time it goes in to Littrell on a good cut and a finish inside.
There you go.
And there's a nice shot for Lauren Taylor.
I mean, the shot's been there all day, and they've been taking it. It just hasn't been falling. But they've got to get back on defense and stop that.
Yep. It was initially a good shot block from Olivia Lewis, but the block up in the air fell right into the hands of Littrell, and she finished it up. Lewis will turn, and a point-blank shot rolls around and drops out.
Yeah.
Jenny's in control right now, leading by 12 with 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. And now, almost like in a football situation with time of possession, you're going to see Central Missouri milk the shot clock. This time they turn it over.
Well, nice steal on the pass deflection there by Olivia.
And Jillian Sowell goes coast to coast and is fouled, so she'll go to the free throw line.
For second.
Well, the Lady Buffs have not been to the line nearly as much as Central Missouri has. Now's the time when you can start catching up with that clock stopped as Jillian makes the first.
Yeah, you can get to the free throw line and convert there. Then it just becomes, can you get defensive stops?
And here's something you will never see a Josh Prock team do. He always pulls his teams back on free throws at the offensive end because the odds of getting the offensive rebound are slim and the odds of getting an over-the-back call are huge.
Some strategy there.
Get back and set up for your defense.
Well, Burgess played pretty good defense there against Collier. And they get a defensive stop. This would be big if it goes. The three is no good, though, on the try from Sal. And in transition, the Lady Buffs fortunate. Point-blank layup missed by Littrell. Didn't have a white jersey anywhere in the same zip code as Littrell that time. And Littrell nearly rips it away from Sal. commits a foul in the process, stops the clock with 1:28 to play. A reminder, we still have 2 more basketball games for you today here from the First United Bank Center. The next one we'll see West Texas A&M, number 3 team in the country on the men's side, against Colorado Mesa, number 4 team. That's pretty cool.
Who drew up this tournament?
Yeah.
No, everybody plays everybody, so it's just a matter of who you play first.
You don't want me telling people that Kent Johnson did this, right?
It is not bracketed, no. It is round robin.
I say that. It's actually a great thing. Coaches know
who you're going to play,
what this competition means, and they also know if you can get a win or 2 in competition like this, it helps down the road.
I mean, this is going to be a great opportunity for the Buffs going up against Mesa. I'm looking forward to Sunday's game when they play Damon. Repeat of last year's quarterfinal game between the Buffs and Damon up in Evansville. The Buffs won that one, but we'll see one of the premier post players in the country in Damon's Cisco.
That's right. Big man that
scored over 2,000 points in his career, grabbed over 1,000 rebounds.
I believe last year he averaged nearly 30 points a game.
29, and at this tournament, he stands a good chance to become the East Coast Conference all-time scorer.
Wow. A foul goes against Central Missouri as Zam Roberts drove into the paint. And I think a couple of players may have 3 fouls for the Jennies. I know that Cade Hackerott does.
And Littrell's the other one.
Free throw no good, though, for Roberts. 53-43. Makes the second one. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Look at the crossover. Nelson couldn't finish. Lady Buffs push and transition. Sal losing the basketball. He never had a handle on it. Roberts wants it. Lines up a deep three-pointer from the right wing. No.
She puts a mark on that shot, doesn't she? Oh, Burgess almost had a steal.
And instead, I think she's going to get a foul.
Proc likes the hustle, but he's not going to like the end result here.
And whistle for the personal foul. And Lady Buffs Jacob Burgess, her second.
That's going to be on Burgess, her second. Team foul number 3 against the Lady Buffs. Jennies to inbound on the sideline.
And now they can just about run this clock all the way down here at the end of the third quarter. On the dribble drive here, the weave. And Nelson pulls up. Look at the athleticism, the block from Zam. She'll push ahead to Sal, who didn't have to take that runner. She had 3 seconds. Machenbacher gets the rebound and misses.
She wasn't aware of the time on the clock.
She had an uncontested layup and instead put that shot up too quick, and so the third quarter ends with the Lady Buffs trailing 53-44. Central Missouri leads. We'll step aside, come back with the fourth quarter after this timeout.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular Team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
Well, we're ready to enter our fourth and final quarter of action. Lady Buffs in Central Missouri with the Jennies on top by 9 at 53-44. Jennies hitting 40% from the floor. Lady Buffs at 35%. Jennies have knocked down 5 three-pointers. Lady Buffs with a pair of them. Sam Roberts leading the Lady Buffs with 16 points. Carly Machenbacher, the freshman, with 10. Jenny's with 2 players scoring 14 points, Collier and Nelson, and it's Central Missouri's basketball.
It is because the defense that time for Nyjah Collier. Lewis went strong for the shot underneath. Collier jumped high in the air and blocked that shot out of the air. Impressive play for Collier. Now she's going to go at Lewis. And in this second half in particular, Kent, we're seeing why Nyjah Collier is one of the best players in the country, returning All-American.
She is long and lean, and she gets inside and has moves. Plays strong defense.
Yeah.
She's really bottled up Olivia Lewis and Madison Cass today. And offensively, she gets it done.
Roberts to Lauren Taylor, who hesitated and missed the shot.
I think that ball may have been deflected by Cade Hackerott.
Yeah, she needed to go up immediately, waited, and when she waited, that allowed the defense to catch up. 11-point lead here for the Jennies. Ball knocked free. Roberts nearly had a steal. She played at Eastern New Mexico, was working her way up the career leaders in both steals and assists. There's a 3 from Nyjah Collier.
You know who.
And that's what a lot of times we've seen so many basketball games where you hear it and you see it. The best player takes over, right, in crunch time.
There's a nice runner there by Zam.
Roberts makes that 2, and Josh Prock will call for a timeout. I believe just a 30-second timeout. So, nope, we're going to take it to a full. So we'll take a timeout as well. 8:19 to play here in the fourth quarter. We're back after this here on the Lone Star.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Well, 8:19 remaining in this ball game. The Jennies up 12 at 58-46. You know, Lady Buffs offense has struggled to score at times today, but it's not that they're not getting good shots. It's just the old bugaboo of the shots aren't going in. And, you know, years past, you'd say, what do you say about that, KJ? And I say, shooters shoot their way out of slumps.
Yeah.
In this case, I think it's first game and so many new pieces in this machinery that it's just going to take time for it all to come together.
And I think the third piece to the equation is Central Missouri. There was some contact.
It's darn good.
They're very good defensively. Thank you. Lady Buffs push into the front court. I wonder if the tempo will pick up a little bit. Taylor in the corner. We'll skip it up top to Roberts. Tough shot, and she was hit on the arm, so Zam will go to the free throw line. Chance to cut it back to 10.
Cade Hackerott, 4th personal foul.
Well, for
the Lady Buffs.
Hackerott, that's her 3rd personal foul. Sends Zam Roberts to the line. You know, when Zam first came over here late in the summer, she still had Zam Cox on the roster page, and I said, when are you going to switch to Roberts?
Because she got married.
She got married. She had been married this summer, and I had the fortune of meeting her and her husband when they came on the recruiting trip, and she said, oh, I guess as the year goes on, I'll take it on. And I said, well, why not just do it at the start, because that's you now, right? She says, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Zamry Roberts.
That's right. Kent, Would you say the official, like the almost like the pastor there?
I would not throw me into that category, nor would I necessarily look to me for marital advice.
Okay. 58-46. And there's a shot in the corner miss. They didn't block anyone out on the backside, and Central Missouri got a chance for a 2, but
dodged a bullet.
Madison Cook could not convert. So Zam Roberts gets it down for the Lady Buffs. They go to Lewis. One-on-one against Collier. She will turn, and
that left-hand hook's just not falling.
A little bit of a lid on the basket today for Olivia Lewis. As you look at the box score, 1 of 8 from the field for Lewis. As a team, Lady Buffs 34% from the field. They get another defensive stop, though, so the effort great, the defense pretty good the last 2 times. But old Dr. James Naismith invented this game and said you got to put that orange thing through the hoop, right?
And this year's orange thing's a little brighter than what we've had in the past.
And Lewis misses again.
I mean, think about it now. This is the first game that she's played in over a year and a half. But same thing holds true for Zamrick Roberts, and she's scoring. So it's just a matter of getting it all together.
Foul called away from the ball.
Yeah, they got Roberts on that one, her first. Just the first team foul against WT. 6:02 to play. Lady Buffs trailing 12.
And it's interesting. The Jennies can't or 0 of their last 5 from the field. They're in a scoring drought of 2.5 minutes. 2:40, actually. Oh, goodness. Lady Buffs. Somebody was not guarding their player because Madison Cook was so wide open that she caught it and was almost shocked as she turned, and there's nobody between her and the basket. Cook's free throw is good, so that ends the scoring drought for the Jennies.
Yeah, the old three-point play. Trying to figure out who that foul was on. And I'm coming up empty right now.
Yep. They just updated it. It went against Cast.
There it is. Madison Cast got her 4th. Second team foul. Lady Buffs ball. Trailing 15.
There's Burgess. She'll go inside to Jansen's, who misses the shot. The difference is that one's fading from contact. You're not going to get to the free throw line that way. Largest lead of the game for Central Missouri, a team that advanced all the way to the Final Four last year before losing to Lubbock Christian. Some moves in the paint, some moves like Jagger in there, and 2-pointers good for Cook. Yeah.
Can Mick still do it?
I don't know. I don't know, Kent, but I do know the Lady Buffs are in a little bit of trouble, 63-46 with 5:20 to play. We'll step aside, come back with some more basketball. You're watching the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic here on the LSC Digital Network.
Let's see how they match up. On your mark, get set, go!
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
A smile is understood in any language. It represents joy, love, and shows you care. At Full Smile Dental, our mission is to build lifelong relationships, one smile at a time, by providing accessible, compassionate, quality care with the personal touch of friendship. Come see us at Full Smile Dental, located in Canyon, Amarillo, Dumas, and Dalhart, and ask us about our free Whitening for Life program.
Lady Buffs head into the final 5:20, staring at a 63-46 deficit. Lucas, one of the Nice things about these early season tournaments is win or lose, you got to put today's game behind you quick because you got another one tomorrow, and tomorrow's opponent for the Lady Buffs.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Drury. We talk about Central Missouri, a Final Four team from a year ago. Drury was the runner-up in the national championship game. They scored 92 earlier today.
They did. They defeated a good Southwestern Oklahoma State team, 92-79. So no rest for the weary.
Jayla Burgess gets loose underneath and scores for WT.
Cuts the lead back to 15. And you want to see, if you're Josh Prock, you want to see your team continue to play hard until the final horn sounds. Cook's playing hard. She missed the first one, tried to grab her own rebound, and then bodies tumble to the ground. I think Cook accidentally trips up Taylor Williams, and so WT is going to get the ball back. Haven't seen as much from Taylor Williams today. Kent, she's only taken 3 shots, has not scored yet, but this is a player that transferred in from Christian Brothers College, and Coach Brock, high on her, felt like she could come in and do some things from that guard spot. Taylor tries a 2 and misses. Yeah, the Lady Buffs with just 2 players in double figures, 18 for Zam and 10 for Carly Machenbacher. And after that, they just haven't got as much production as what Josh Prock would have liked today. Shot clock down to 10 seconds as nice cut, Collier to the basket for an stroll in the park layup there.
Collier up to 21 points.
And there's a good look there from Jayla Burgess. And that's the thing I think that Burgess is going to learn pretty quickly here this season, Kent, is Josh Prock needs number 33 taking a lot of shots.
Yeah.
That was not her role last year. And on this year's team, she's got the talent. She's got to let loose and offensively be a force.
Well, and there are a lot of players in new roles this year. There's, Olivia Lewis is probably one of the few that is a dedicated you're in the paint. Everyone else get outside, including Jayla Burgess. We've seen her take threes. That's not what she's done in the past, but you need to be able to do a little bit of everything.
Three-pointer too strong, but look at the rebound inside. Again, all day long, Kate Hackerott has just been a thorn in the side for the Lady Buffs on the glass. And with her strength inside. 4th rebound. Look at Collier. We've been talking about her. She's got a double-double now with 21 points and 12 rebounds, also 2 block shots.
Central Missouri will face Southwestern Oklahoma tomorrow.
Nelson off the dribble, goes past 2 defenders, floater, count it, that was pretty. Olivia Nelson now has 16 points, 3 players on the floor in double figures for Central Missouri.
I'm already looking forward to Nisha Collier going up against Tramble.
Yeah, good matchup there.
It's going to be fun.
You're right.
I mean, that's the beauty of these tournaments. Outstanding teams with outstanding players and the matchups. If you're a basketball fan, it's fun to watch. And if you're not a basketball fan, it's a great way to become one.
That's right. 17-point lead here for Central Missouri. They milked the shot clock down to 7 seconds. Collier missed the 2.
She had Olivia going the wrong way with that move and missed the shot.
Burgess open in transition, hit the front rim. Lady Buffs from the three-point line today, 2 of 14. A quick timeout taken here by Dave Slifer with just 1:54 to play. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. Again, to remind you, you're watching the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic, sponsored by Sudden Link. Lucas Kinsey along with Kent Johnson. We appreciate you joining us. We appreciate our fine camera crew today and our director for the Thunder Vision production team, Jamie Abbott. It's a busy weekend for everybody. We got volleyball action tonight. KJ, I'll stay here as long as I can. that WT men's game, and then I'm going to go over to the box and check out Kendra Potts, West Texas A&M Lady Buffs, who are hot right now. The Lady Buff volleyball team has won 10 straight matches. And what I'm wondering is if they're going to play in those Halloween costumes tonight, because they had some fun, had the Halloween practice yesterday, and everybody was dressed in costumes, including Casey Shingler and Kendra Potts and the coaching staff. I couldn't figure out what Casey was.
After practice, the coaching staff came over to our administrative offices and went office to office. I mean, Kendra had an amazing costume.
Were they looking for candy from you guys?
No, what they were they were going in the office, and Casey had a sign that says, "Don't be distracted from your work," and he would hold it over your head while Kendra was standing there.
She was Carilla DeVille.
Like Carilla DeVille, and they took your picture.
Okay. Yeah, I asked Casey.
They are a fun coaching staff.
They're so much fun. Layup good there for Central Missouri. I texted Casey yesterday, and I said, I love the spirit. There's a 3 for Zam Roberts. Love the spirit of your team and the fun that y'all are having. I said, what in the heck are you dressed up as? And he said, I'm dude with a sign.
He was. And it said, don't be distracted from your work.
So, it's a way to take an original idea and make it very creative. Leave it to Casey Shingler to do that. So excited for Lady Buffs tonight. Here's a steal. Burgess knocks the ball free. Zam Roberts will go in for a left-handed layup. Too strong. And the rebound tracked down by Central Missouri as they get a few substitutes in the game. Under a minute to play. Just 45 seconds in this one. So Central Missouri is going to start the season off 1-0. And they're just getting a quick timeout for subs, as we'll see number 4, Madison Pence, check in, sophomore from Farmington, Arkansas, and also number 22, McKenna Van Zant. And that's the interesting thing here for Central Missouri, Kent. This is not a veteran-led team. There's a lot of redshirt freshmen when you look down at this roster, and sophomores, obviously the seniors.
Well, yes, but they had the same classifications last year.
Right.
You get the year back, so your redshirt freshmen have actually played a year. This is their second season.
I don't know if it's a redshirt or if you say it's a COVID. I'm a COVID freshman.
COVID freshman.
Burgess threw it right into the defense.
White ball.
But last touch by the Jennies.
Olivia Lewis went down hard at the defensive end, and she's kind of tentative as she walks around out there.
Yep.
Her practices are limited because of her lower legs.
Yep.
The injuries she's had, they save her for the games. And
been in a lot of games.
Therefore, she's been in a lot of games, but it may take her a little longer to get back in the swing of things.
Here's Taylor Williams. She'll fire up a 3. Good rebound.
Look at that.
Yeah, Machenbacher soared up high to get that rebound, and then a whistle's called against Central Missouri. Machenbacher's a good athlete.
Yes.
Good athlete.
Yes, she is. And
the Jennies Riley Cruz
transfer from
a program that we'll see
Minnesota
on the men's
Moorhead.
side, right?
I was going to say we're going to see their men's program here in a couple hours.
They get it into Burgess.
There
and
you
she
go.
hits that 2-pointer. She's a good shooter from that 15-foot range.
Lady Buffs down 14 here, but don't think doom and gloom for this team. Their offense, with a few games, is going to be okay. They've got it together. They just got to learn what it's all about, playing together.
Sal gets another layup and score, cuts it to 12.
And on the other hand, Central Missouri, as one of our viewers just texted me, is a very good basketball team.
Yes, they are. There's the final horn. The coaches will meet at midcourt, shake hands, and the final score is 69-57. Central Missouri is going to win this one. We'll take a quick timeout, come back, and we'll have the post-game show right after this.
Congratulations to the Jennies of Central Missouri.
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
How do you make something that's already fresh even fresher? By adding fresh new things, like crisp pico de gallo for a little kick, and creamy cilantro lime sauce for that extra whoa. And pepper jack cheese because, of course, all on top of 2 fresh beef patties, or with chicken on a brioche bun. Whataburger's limited time pico de gallo burger and new pico de gallo chicken sandwiches. Good thing for fresh things. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center as we finish game number 2 today here at the D2 CCA Tip-Off Classic. And Central Missouri wins 69-57, defeating West Texas A&M. We're being joined now here on the postgame show by Lady Buffs player Zamry Roberts. And Zamry, thanks for coming up here after the first game of the season. And it didn't go the way, obviously, that you wanted to in terms of win-loss. But you look at this one, 69-57, losing to a team that last year made it to the Final Four. First question for you is, how does it feel to be back and playing basketball again? It's been a while for you.
It feels amazing.
There you go.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
good.
Okay. It feels amazing. I am so grateful to be back. I think my coach counted all the days, and it's been a long time. So just coming out here and being able to compete with my team, and I just love the game. So It was so fun.
You know, this game for the beginning, really both teams trying to feel each other out a little bit in terms of offense, defense. Central Missouri heated up in the second half. But what did you take away from this one in terms of first time, a lot of players, first time playing together for the Lady Buffs? What was the positive? What was some things you need to work on just one game in?
I guess we'll go with positive first.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I had a lot of fun, and I think we all did.
Yeah.
We all went super hard.
We always have fun, though, so don't. Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. If you're doing it, you should enjoy it. But I think we all just went super hard.
Yeah.
I think we're so happy to be out here, and like you said, we're still learning each other, and so that comes with its challenges. But also, it's exciting whenever we do things like things click on the court, and we're starting to know that that's what we're going to do and have confidence in each other. And I think that's the best part about it.
Yeah. Now, we knew coming in that you are one of, if not the best point guard in the LSC, possibly the region. We knew you could score, but having not seen Eastern play every game in the past, you do have the ability to carry the load. You did today. I know that's not what Coach Prock wants. He wants it to be balanced, but step up and drop 21 in your first game as a Lady Buff.
Well, I didn't know that's what it was, but I think it's just I'm growing into my confidence, and I think doing what my teams need me to whenever I'm open, I'm going to shoot it if it's a good shot, and really.
And I'm going to step back a little bit here. You were chasing, and I know it's not a personal thing for you, so many records in the Eastern record book, and then Coach Prock takes the job here at WT, and I know you and Olivia, everyone thinks of you as being kind of joined together, but Olivia was ready to do her own thing, and I think you were prepared for another year at Eastern, but then you decide to come here. Tell us a little bit about, it's got to be kind of a strange feeling because you're playing for your rival school, but now you are the rival school.
Yes.
And, we like to think that people look up to Lady Buff basketball. I don't know if that's the case everywhere, but now you're a part of it.
Absolutely. I'm going to be honest, it was really weird for me at first.
You're like, I'm on the wrong bench. No, you're on the right bench.
I've always thought WT was a great program, but, being at Eastern, it's a rival, you got to, view it the way
and
you
you're from
should.
Port Tallis. It's right there.
But I'm really happy to be here. I think, I don't have any hard feelings towards Eastern. I wish them the best, and I had a great time there. I learned a lot. But I think it's a wonderful program to be a part of, and all of the community and people here are supporting us, and it's been really great. And having Coach Prock too.
Well, we're glad you're here.
We are very glad that you're here, and we know it's only going to get better and better. So tomorrow, Lady Buffs will take on Drury, 1:30 for that one. Great start to your career.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. So we'll have a lot more of these interviews with this young lady for sure. All right, we're going to step aside, take a time out, come back and wrap things up here from the First United Bank Center. Lady Buffs fall to Central Missouri in the opener, 69-57. We'll be back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job. Got 8 rebounds.
Maybe as I keep going, I'll get less.
No, you're good.
Big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie side,
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
All right, as we wrap things up here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network for game number 2 final, Central Missouri wins 69-57. And so the Jennies are 1-0. Lady Buffs are 0-1 to start the season. Look at the individual statistics again for the Lady Buffs. They were led by Zam Roberts, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and also 2 blocks. Lady Buffs had 9 blocks as a team, as Olivia Lewis had 3 of those shot blocks. Also for West Texas A&M in double figures, Carly Motchenbacher with 10 points. Motchenbacher had 7 rebounds, and she also had 1 assist. 8 points for Jayla Burgess on 4 of 8 shooting. The Lady Buffs as a team, the shooting was not where Coach Prock would like it to be. 35% from the field, 3 of 16 from the three-point line. They were good at the free throw line, 10 of 14, West Texas A&M. On the other side, Central Missouri led by Nyjah Collier, 21 points, 12 rebounds, a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line. She also had 2 assists and 2 shot blocks. 18 points scored by the point guard Olivia Nelson. She was very good. 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Talented player Olivia Nelson. And then Brooke Littrell, 12 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double for Littrell. So she had good production. 9 points for Charlie Bovaird and 5 points for Madison Cook. That's going to do it for game number 2. So we'll step aside, give a little bit of a break, come back with a 4 p.m. tip time for West Texas A&M men against Colorado Mesa, a battle of number 3 against number 4 coming your way in about 40 minutes. Thanks for watching West Texas A&M and Central Missouri here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.